Hi there folks, happy Father's Day. Got some extra time today, so I'm going to go out, put a skateboard on one of our beehives, which I think is about ready to be harvested for honey. So I'll take you along with that here in a few. Maybe and throw an extra medium super on there because they've been doing quite good. So beautiful day here in the bluegrass, and I'll see you in a few. Scraping a little bit off here. Waxed up nice. Skateboard. My phablet. What a pretty day. My old swarm traps didn't catch a thing, but I had to try. And here we are at the Owen hive. I'll set this stuff down nearby and get suited all the way up. Gonna give them another box. They're looking pretty good. A lot of poison ivy. Yeah. Here we go. All right, want to be zipped up tight. Not going to get down the brood chamber, which in my limited experience so far is they seem to get a bit more butt hurt when you're down there messing with them. But I'm going to try to make sure I've got 10 good frames, or just a full super, one of these smaller boxes, which is called a medium. This is the top cover I pulled off, and holy moly, there's a lot of ants up there. Golly, look at that. Nasty. All right. Well, they're about to get it, I guess. I can hear a lot of the bees in there. The bees have really got this thing propolized on good. There we go. Let's get rid of these dang ants. Wow. Okie dokie. My goal is to fill this box up. It's got some better frames. And I want the best frames of honey I can get. Wow. Ants are everywhere. You know, I was talking that trash and went to go get a smoker. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. They're big bad. Okay, I'm not the best at the smoker stuff yet, but it started out a little cardboard. Put some cedar shavings. The bees were much more angry than I anticipated. Maybe a little bit early, but I think it should be late enough. Anyways, they got me through the suit a couple weeks ago. I don't want to take any more chances. So I'm going to add some smoke, and what I want to do is divvy out the 10 best honey frames I can find. The newer frames, ideally. They've got some older frames in there that are full of honey, but I'd rather leave that for them. Alright. A little bit more of this. Smoking good. Use these spilled wood pellets. Let's see if we can go in here. Looking pretty good so far. Recycle some of this junk I've dropped. Just use this as a bit of a filter on the top. Probably not necessary, but I'm going to try it anyways. Don't want to be putting too hot a smoke out on them. Alright. Let's turn this off, glove up, and I'll get back out there. And we're back. Gloving up. My intent is to pull off this next medium box. That's the one I'd like to harvest from. So do a little switcheroo on it. I'm not trying to get them too upset, but they seem pretty upset. Let's see how they're doing here. This is a Swiffer sheet used to catch small hive beetles. So they frayed it pretty good. And anyways, let's see what we're doing down here. A lot of those ants, that's pretty impressive. I may just have to this one's not even been touched. Looks like they're working on this one pretty good. Got some good looking honey on that one. My goodness. All right. Maybe I'll intend to take this box, swap out some frames, because that's looking like all honey in the middle there. I'll try check one in the middle a little bit. It's a pretty good looking one. Holy smokes, look at that chunky frame. Maybe what I need to do, just build my own box in this one and go from there. So let's pull these back out. Okay, so in natural, I guess Murphy's Law, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. I didn't have a box full of 10 great ones, so what I've done is I've found my 9 best honey-laden frames, and I put them in this box. It has the spacers in them that the good friend gave to me. I like it because then they can build the honey out a little thicker, as you can see. I think my intent will be not to put on the escape board today. I'm going to combine these boxes with the partial frames in the yellow box, and then I'll refill this white box with these new wax frames over here and put it on the very top to give them some room. They seem like they're doing really well. Yeah, just got some work to do, but anyways, partial frame they've been building out. You can see it was a plastic, that yellow on the bottom corner, and then they built the honeycomb out, and here you can see this white stuff. That's the capped honey, and that's what we're really going for, but they need to have their own as well, so I don't want to take too much, and they still got some work on this one to do, drawing out the comb and of course filling it with honey and capping it. So I'm going to combine this and put the unfinished part on the outside, I guess the more unfinished part. Let's see what else we got here. You can see this is a different one, and what I failed to do is I did not wax this one, so I'm going to actually leave this out and put it in the top box. They're supposedly they come waxed, but with these black ones I got, actually melted bee wax and rolled it on with a paint roller, and does a pretty good job. So with this, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to try to use my hive tool, and this could hold 10 frames, but again, I want to try to get that nice, get them a little extra bee space, and see if they can really build that honeycomb a bit thicker. I think, not that I've done it before with the extraction, we've squeezed frames, but I believe that makes a bit more thick honey cap, and may actually get a little bit more honey out of there. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to leave them too much where they start going too rogue on me. Just want to go a little rogue. Oh, wow, look at this big drop of honey on this one right here. I know the mask is in the way, and I apologize. I actually bought a bee spacer, like a frame spacer, that's supposed to help with this, and it's complete garbage. So, thanks, Amazon. I'll try again in the future, I guess. Or it could just be me using it incorrectly. Get this grass out of here for them. All right. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Let's put this box back on. All right, sorry. These things are capped at 3 minutes. Got the yellow box on. Now I'm going to fill this one up with what I can. Put this one on the outside. So I'll be taking a few frames home with me today. No big deal. Put my hive tool up here in my pocket. And just start filling this in without trying to smush too many bees. And these are from Dedant, close by in Frankfurt. You can hear that hive roaring in there. You can see where I've definitely put more wax on there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I feel like I got a lot more space in this one, so me go ahead and drop in a 10th frame. This is a pretty clean box, pretty new box. Not a lot of propolis, which is like the bee glue they make from tree resin. But boy, when that gets full of honey, that's gonna be a bear to lift off. Especially for a little short guy like me. All right. You hear all that? All right. Now, the inner cover, these dang ants. Wow. Things get sticky. Things get sticky in this beekeeping business. That's all right. Put this back on, so I think I'll just aim for later in the week. I'll come back out, take this box, move it up top, on top of the escape board. I won't take all frames of honey, but I got some other hives I can take a frame or two from and get a full, not wasting the time by getting the honey extractor and all that stuff. So get these girls kind of hanging out on top of the top cover. And these dang ants, fierce. That's it, folks. Put this on here. Honest to God, I need to get some ratchet straps and put over top of this. The taller they get, the more wind exposure, and then further it can knock over. And you can already see it's got a little bit of a lean, but I want it to lean a little bit so the water tends to run away from it. And anyways, that's it. Thank you. All right, I'm back. After all that, going through that hive and moving the stuff around, checking a couple other of my hives. I just don't think they're strong enough, so I think at this point I'm going to hold off on borrowing the extractor from the bee club probably for a while. I really want to let them get that whole box, if not a few boxes, filled up, not be too greedy. We've got honey in the cupboard. We can always buy honey, so I'm just going to let the bees do what they do, and maybe later in the summer, possibly even a month, but certainly by the fall we'll be getting a good fall flow, I would imagine, and have honey to extract. So I just don't want to waste my time and somebody else's time borrowing the extractor for maybe 9 frames of honey. So we'll give it some time. I can't say it was all a waste. Learning a lot as I go. You guys have a good one. Okay, the next project for Father's Day today, stuff I want to do. I'm going to try to clear out all this tree line and brush down to our property line down there. We'll see more road frontage, but just a lot of junky stuff in there right now. Bradford pear, honeysuckle, you name it, it's in there. We'll try to clear the brush out first and the crappy trees, then deal with the big trees later. So start with the brush cutter. We'll move on to the chainsaw. Try to stay hydrated, see what happens. See you in a bit. Okay, taking a little bit of a break. I've got almost through one tank of gas on the brush cutter here. So it's getting pretty hot. I'm wearing this to try to keep the bugs off of me a little bit, but chiggers are gonna chigger. Sitting underneath one of the mulberry trees. It's got some funky looking fruit this year, but still a lot of it's ready to roll. Some of the old berries coming up down here, looking good. But yeah, now I'm gonna go back through with the chainsaw. Realized I got an Osage orange tree here I might want to keep on this right. And then there's a lot of Bradford pear, maple, a ton of honeysuckle. And I'll have to drag all that out and put it on a burn pile down here in a bit. It's probably about 2/3 the way done, I think, with the brush. But I'm going to go back through this section with the chainsaw now and give the brush cutter a break. And I'll finish that section up later on with the brush cutter. See how it's looking. It's an old farm fence, woven wire on the other side. So I'll probably get on the road eventually and go through and trim that side up as well. But it ought to open things up a lot, and we can get rid of some of these invasive trees and perhaps eventually plant some trees we like in there. This will be a probably pretty good like chestnut field, but that's just me. Okay, see you in a bit. Getting there, just drained the chainsaw. Have to refill it in a few. I was working on cutting down a hackberry tree. And then, I don't know, I may go back to the brush cutter after that. I gotta hydrate up some. And I don't know if I'll pull the brush today or another day, but I like to get as much cut as I can so I just don't stall, and then I have to get the brush picked up. So that's where I'm leaning. Anyways, it's looking better. Maybe I'll do some of these big trees. Maybe we'll just keep those. They're a bit big for my little chainsaw. See where it goes next. We're getting there, little by little. I'm gonna hit it with the chainsaw again here in a minute, and then I guess start. Thanks, Johnny Cox. Start pulling some brush up here, if I feel like it. Yeah. So quick update. Daughter's gonna be driving soon, so we're gonna let her drive my sweet 2013 Honda Pilot while I attach a chain, and we're gonna drag brush from the cuttings today. So anyways, we'll see in a bit. She's gonna do great. Okay, she's rolling. She's doing good. We'll see how she did with this first pile of brush. Yep. I say in a lot of videos, but who needs a truck when you got a sweet 2013 Honda Pilot taking care of business? Okay, here she goes. Oh, easy. All right. She's doing pretty good. Oh, man. Sure wish I had a big wood chipper. You know, I may as well grab something while I'm going up that way and not waste a trip. This beautiful piece of honeysuckle looks fantastic. I think she's getting the hang of it. Won't be long. I'll take this to the roads. Well, this big old Bradford pear. I was going to try to chain it from that end, but you know what? We're making it happen. Love it. I'll have to cut that one up, obviously. It's looking good. All right, this could get interesting. All right, good job. Good job. She's doing good. Appreciate y'all watching. Sorry I didn't end the video very smoothly. It was very quick, but we needed to wrap it up and get in for dinner. My back's still hurting pretty good 2 days later, and still have a lot of brush to drag, but it's looking much better. Again, thank y'all for watching. Have a great one.